AD carries, and we'll see how many adds up today.
The last ban I would like to see from Fnatic would be Olaf. I think Olaf, at the moment, is Jankos' best jungler. He can completely take over early games on it, he can snowball out of control, and Fnatic should respect that a lot on their side. Caitlyn is also available, but again, not something we've seen both teams put a ton of priority on.
So the final ban coming in from Fnatic. Last time around, they banned both the Trundle and the Olaf. They will not be the ones to ban the Trundle. You already talked a little bit about that Olaf. I do think it's going to be extremely important for G2 to grab up for themselves.
So what raises in priority, gentlemen?
Ooh,
a little bit of surprise on the Fiora ban.
Yeah, I think if Fnatic are planning on showing an early tank on their side, they're thinking G2 might early pick for Wonder, and that could have been the Fiora.
Yeah, I feel like that.
You're giving Olaf now.
Yeah, I feel like it makes the most sense for G2. I'm just a little bit surprised by this because the fact that they would ban away the Camille, typically we've only really seen Fiora as an answer to the Camille. So to take it away just off Wonder, they're clearly very afraid of giving it to Free. Perhaps Fnatic are considering a potential Gangplank pickup for themselves, but it's still very risky this early in the draft.
The Ryze pick is also available in this draft here. Was picked early by Perkz in the last one and used well in the early game. Could be the same here. If G2 Esports can get Olaf, Tahm-Ken's Ryze, that is such an amazing snowball comp that is really difficult for Fnatic to deal with. You see on Fnatic's side, they're not putting value on those two picks. They want that Braum from Hylissang again because it allows him to be so impactful in team fights.
Yep. I mean, it is one of his most played champions from the regular season, one of his best performing champions. And there it is, the carry for Wonder, the insta-lock Gangplank. So much confidence coming out from G2.
Will we see a carry pick from Whippo against the GP up in that top lane? Or will it still just be a tank for him and they're fine saying, you know what? You might not be able to shut down a GP, but it's still going to take some time before Wonder becomes a huge carry and we can do something else on the map while we're waiting for the GP to scale.
So much pressure. We're not going to find the answer yet. It will be the sign locked in just a moment. So
it's insane. When they get Rage Blade on Varus, and they have a Karma as well there with a ton of mid-game damage.
Trinity Force on Gangplank too.
Trinity Force, GP, and Olaf with good early DPS. Like, there's a lot of ways for G2 to snowball this game, but just like last game, it comes down to execution around especially the Baron.
And Sivir locked in for Fnatic. After all the AD carry bans, it's a reminder of exactly what Rekkles did in that previous game. He's going to have a lot of utility to offer his team in this game.
And just look at the difference between the two AD carries. Hjarnan is barely able to threaten the front line, whereas Rekkles, utilizing the bonus movement speed that he gets from the Karma and the extremely long range of the champion itself, he is constantly dishing out damage and just being so much more of a threat.
All right, so what does that mean now when we look at these team compositions? Deficio, you've touched on G2. What about Fnatic?
At Fnatic, a bit like last game, it feels like they're looking to just get into the team fights and set up the Sivir this time around for Rekkles. Like, there is 3 tanks who can provide the front line. There's, of course, Caps, who's going to be able to deal a lot of poke damage, but not going to be the one we look mainly at for the actual late game team fights. It's going to be Rekkles.
Yes, as it usually is. His Sivir is something that also has a huge amount of impact on in these fights. During the regular season, when G2 went up against Fnatic and specifically Rekkles' Sivir, that was one of the key champions that allowed Fnatic to stall and come back into the game later on.
Sivir always has the 500 CS win condition. Yes. It feels like once you get to that late game, the impact it can have is phenomenal.
Very true, and that's why I really want to highlight again, G2 Esports early to mid game is so good with this draft. If they're able to get ahead, which they should be able to, if they can actually play around the first Baron and use so much movement speed and a massive GP ult to slow down the enemy team, they can force fights when Fnatic are not ready to deal with it, and then they have to be able to close out the game.
Well, let's see if G2 can actually land those team fights. We saw in game 1 how it faltered
with the Gangplank, and it's usually because they play through topside.
All right, Bwipo's flash is still on cooldown for a few seconds longer. Undertow into Rekkles swing plus the cannon barrage. Bwipo's going to get taken out. Not yet! The shield comes up, and Jankos, the first Blood King, not going to do it. Finally gets picked up. Wonder even had some support from Perkz and what it is.
From Jankos in the top lane.
And Wonder now in a fantastic position for G2. Oh, this could be bad for Perkz. He does have the cleanse.
Bubble trouble, not done yet. You have to jump to the top lane.
Wait, Hylissang,
Barrels
gotta be careful, my friend.
level 4 versus level 6. Winter's Bite comes out.
He's baiting it.
Running very low. Here comes Broxah. Chilling Smite and Flash available to him. Gonna use that ultimate. Catch him down. Broxah, but of range of that onslaught. And Flash already used. Impale should lock him down. Not yet killed. Finally gonna get taken out here as Bwipo and Broxah, they've chased very far. Park's gonna for a reply, but in a 1v2 and only Athene's gonna need a long time. He's now all of a sudden in some trouble. Those crystal slashes can combine the CC, but Fnatic get the second kill.
Oh, Wanda just needing a few seconds on that flash. He saw Broxah on that control ward in the top lane, so he knew he was coming. He already ran away from that turret, but Sion ulti is so good at just driving by a turret, chasing down someone in the long lane, and then they get onto Wanda and secure a kill. So 0-2 on this GP, still ahead in CS. But we've got to remember, without the Klepto, the insane amount of gold generation we used to see earlier in the split is definitely nerfed a bit and changed a bit.
And Wonder, he tried to show respect, but it was far too easy for the engage to happen.
Oh, that flash, man. We're talking like 2 or 3 seconds by the time he dies.
And look, there's no TP on mid, no TP on support from the rest of GG. Oh, Caps! He just solo killed Pert!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an international...
Some long-range poke straight into his face. There we go.
So that's when the initial poke happens, and then he follows up with the sleep. And because, I believe, he didn't have his cleanse available.
Oh no,
Dun, 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 dun. Let's stopwatch was used. Now there's going to be a turnaround. Flash forward from Perks. Here comes Jankos. Portal jump by some time. But here's Broxah. Caps his escape with his life as the unstoppable onslaught comes out. Now all of a sudden, here comes Bwipo. He's looking for Perks. The defending champion about to go down. Pops the plant. And Perks is still running for his life. The fracture into the impale. Bwipo.
G2 have a very strong mid-game composition. They can force a lot of plays once they hit these item spikes. And
Hold that thought, because Bwipo is about to get taken out. Chilling Smite for the assist, and Wonder will be donated the kill.
This is what I wanted to see more of from Jankos. Try and get this GP further ahead. Player on the top side. There was a problem for him earlier that TPs would be available on Fnatic, and they couldn't just tower dive to Sion yet.
Look into that a moment. Once again, Bwipo finds himself under some pressure. He's just stacking that armor. He's even on...
Oh, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, 20 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock. Wits in plus Rage Blade. It is decimating the HP bar of
Look at Broxah, look at Broxah.
Broxah's nowhere near. Hylissang's inside the pit. 2,800 hit points. Battlestar comes out. Wadid takes down Hylissang. Baron is down. 1200 HP. It's secured by G2, but at what cost? Bwipo, Roar of the Slayer, takes down Wadid. And now Fnatic are trying to use Zombie Bwipo as a front line. Caps and Broxah sitting on the back end, buying time for Rekkles.
Fantastic call from G2 Esports. They recall from the bot lane. Rekkles goes back down there to just farm like he normally wants to do. And suddenly G2, 2 items on the AD carry. They strike at a 20-minute Baron.
And this...
And of course, as we jump out of the replay, we're straight into a Fnatic fight. They've taken out Wadid. I don't know how that happened. Here comes Jankos and Wonder, though. They need to get something back. Chain of Corruption misses, but the barrel and the hail of arrows take down Caps. Hylissang gets bopped by a parlay, and G2 are not done yet. It's a 2-for-1 trade. They're looking to secure another tower, as they've already dropped one during the course of that replay. Bwipo's trying to use that smash to buy some time. Unstoppable onslaught used defensively, but he's burst down. Hyonin has a fully sacked Rage Blade, and he is angry, hammering down on Fnatic. Another tower falls, and G2 pull ahead.
And this is why so many people show so much respect towards Jankos' Ola. How will they look to try and force these fights? Will they even try and force fights? Because you still have pressure on the side lane, which Fnatic is trying to shut down.
Wonder's going to flash away from the Sleepy Trouble bubble, but with the help of Broxah and Bwipo, it is just a matter of time. He finally gets taken out as the rest of Fnatic arrive. They dove 2 towers for that one, and they should be able to take it out.
Yeah, well, G2 got the outer turrets with the Baron. They got a lot of gold for themselves.
Area, the teleport's going in.
Yeah, they have the Karma Shield coming in as well, so they can actually stay pretty healthy around Baron itself. Let's see what happens with Fnatic here. We have a TP coming behind.
Double TPs. Caps is coming in from behind the pit, and Bwipo's going to be inside the river. He's instantly running for his life. There's no ultimate available. Wonder needs to find the powder kicks. Puts one down. Is interrupted by Hylissang. The damage hasn't come out yet. And a multi-man knockup. Fnatic have got themselves 3. They're looking for a quadra. Not going to find it just yet as Caps is hunting Wonder. Hyonin gets run down, stunned down.
He's going again!
For Rekkles. Are you kidding me?
Pentakill!
Insane! Fnatic in the late game team fight. They just keep destroying G2. It all starts with Whippo deeping in behind. It looks like G2 can maybe kill him, but he turns it around, and then we kept talking about how this Sivir was farming. She was getting items. 3 is enough for Rekkles. He gets another pentakill.
Oh, while all eyes are on Rekkles, you have to give so much praise to Whippo as well. Let's see how this fight kicks off. They have the double teleport. Whippo comes in from behind, whereas Caps comes in from the front. They're trying to get this collapse down onto G2, and they're funneled into this choke.
And this start is fine for G2. They get 4 stacks to the Rage Blade so quickly they can deal a bunch of damage to Whippo. But Wonder can't get in with the barrels. They keep dying, so he's actually not adding any value. And then the knock-up into insane AoE damage from the Sivir.
So good setup into an immediate follow-up from Rekkles. This time he was able to secure himself the pentakill. Wonder could not have an impact, and we say it time and time.
Jump back into the action. Fnatic have picked themselves up an Infernal Drake and they're diving all the way forward. G2 are routed and running for their lives. Jankos forced to flash over the wall. They're not done yet. Rekkles has got one. Hell, every time he gets kills, I think another pentakill is on the way. But G2 are able to escape with their lives. Fnatic with the gigantic lead, but not going to be enough. The tower falls. Whenever you see an Olaf running backwards with the ultimate, you can understand the situation. Fnatic very happy to take 1 inhibitor, very happy to take a 2nd inhibitor on the precipice of going 2-0 in the Spring Split Finals, and they're doing this one by the numbers. Gonna push down to the bottom lane and take the inhibitor as well.
Gotta break the spirits here, see if they can actually get a fight. G2 currently still trying to be very defensive. Fnatic looking for something.
Man, it's about sending a message. Fnatic are saying, screw it, let's make 3 pentakills. Let's see if they can find one for Caps. He's got a Paddle Star kill already. Manages to find himself a double. The rest of Fnatic playing defense. Hylissang catching every single shot with that Unbreakable. The Nexus is being knocked over, and Fnatic are deconstructing G2 Esports. The defending champions go down, and Fnatic are 1 win away from the title.
And while we talk a lot about the AD carry damage coming in from Fnatic, the entire setup around the fights is actually the most important thing to look at. The Braum and the Sire, 2 games in a row, have been huge for Whippo and Hylissang. The Braum is sitting there.